Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Laura, for the wonderful introduction. I won't lie to you guys, but when Laura called me to say that to come up here and speak to you guys and thank you, I was kind of hesitant and nervous about coming up here. And I was like, I don't know if I can speak in front of so many people. I've never done that. So I'm like, but this was very important for me. It was a wonderful opportunity to come up here and thank all of you. So all I did was, I went home, I rushed, gathered my thoughts together and wrote down like 2-3 pages of speech and everything. I'm like, okay, now I have to read all this in front of them. And I'm reading and reading and reading. And I'm like, wait a minute, I don't want to bore you guys by reading 2-3 pages speech. I want to say something to you guys that come from my heart. That means a lot to me. As Laura mentioned, I was diagnosed with thalassemia at the age of 2. And at that time, I was the only one in my family that had this health problem. My parents had no clue what thalassemia was. So when doctor explained to them that thalassemia is a blood disorder that requires frequent blood transfusions, like any parents, my parents were scared too. They had all these questions coming to their mind, like, how can I live on someone else's blood? Is it possible? Where and who would give me this blood? How long would I have to be on these transfusions? All these questions and concerns rushed into their head and they were scared. So at that point, the doctor explained to them the concept of a blood bank and blood donor. He explained how a blood donor would come to a blood bank and donate the blood, and that blood was given to patients like us. So as I grew up with these blood transfusions, as a growing kid, I had these questions too. I asked my parents, why do I need blood transfusion? Who gives me this blood? So my mom explained to me again what a blood bank and a blood donor was. And I wondered, a blood donor, he comes to the blood bank, gives blood and goes away and gets nothing in return? I'm like, no way, I wouldn't do that. So as I grew older, I understood things better. And I felt bad and ashamed how I never got a chance to thank any of these blood donors. I've been to many hospitals, visited blood bank people, got the opportunity to thank them, but never blood donors, not until today. I feel honored standing in front of a room full of great people who have been making such great donation. And because if it was not people like you in this world, people like us would have not survived. Anybody can donate money, but donating blood is very precious because you save a life. Therefore, I would like to thank each donor present here from the bottom of my heart and request you to please continue making that great donation for us, for people like us to survive in this world. Anybody can make a money donation, but not a blood donation. It's very difficult to do that. Once again, I would like to thank everyone here. And for some reason, I don't know why, I feel that close bondness with you today. Don't you? I'm blood related to you, right? Thank you.